Hello everyone, this is Big Alski,
And this is JTB.
and this is Chapter 13 of Al Hazard's Ninja Gaiden Sigma Hard Karma Run. Little delay on it coming up, but it's all good. Chapter 11 for those of y'all who are keeping track.
Yeah, I really like the changes they made to this in Sigma as opposed to Black. They actually managed to make this chapter fun, like because it was really kind of a trait of the time. Like every action game had like an underwater level, and it always sucked. And unfortunately, even Ninja Gaiden couldn't escape that curse. Like chapter 11 is so boring, and they made it a lot more fun in this game. The way they altered like the water running mechanics, I didn't think it was that big of a deal that you had to do it manually, but the fact they made it automated was fine. And it just makes the chapter a lot more kind of fast paced. It doesn't really slow the game down like it did in NGB.
I wonder if he had kept his Dabi at 11, level 1 or 2, and kill the ogres with the low health UF in the other chapter if you could have got a few more UTs out of this, or maybe it doesn't reach the fish as well, and that's another reason why he upgraded.
Yeah, I'm to be honest, I can't remember if these fish can survive a UT at any level. I know they can't in Black, but I'm not 100% about it in Sigma. I can't imagine they do. Like those enemies are like the I don't know what to call them. I would just call them the big fish. They are really weak, so I won't be surprised if they couldn't survive it. Now, in this fight, it's really handy that they made the alteration to the helicopters, that the helicopters now give you essence, so it's really handy for this fight, as, you can kind of stagger essence a bit more easy now that you've got their essence to work with as well. The rocket ones are so annoying.
Is there a platform you could stand on in Black? I don't think there was, or...
No, they altered this one. Because, even if you don't want to use the UT method, one thing to note, if you're going through the game for the first time, these enemies give you a ton of essence if you kill them with a UT. So it's kind of handy on a first time basis, because you can kind of, replenish any items you've got, and it works better for karma. But also, if you want to just stand on that platform and just use the arrows, it just makes killing them a lot easier, because in Black, you have to fight, that fight underwater, and it's just so boring. There's not really a fast way to kill them in NGB.
He had a lot of time left on those fish, so maybe doing keeping it at level 2 or 1 might be more points for the next guy.
Yeah. Now it didn't waste. It seems like he wasted a bit of time with the movement. I'm not sure if that was just trying to get the helicopters to position properly, because if the helicopters are right at the back, then your UT won't actually reach them even with the Debilero. I wonder why they changed it that they don't count as kills in Sigma.
I'm sure he tested all this stuff out.
Yeah. Seems like an odd thing to omit, because in Black, all of those ghost fish would have given you kill points for killing them while you're in a time limit.
I don't think so. I don't think so for Black. I know they would for the Hurricane Pack.
Yeah, they do in Black. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, if you like open a ghost fish chest like in a fight and kill the fish, they actually count as kills. Now, for this fight right here, do you want to make sure you try and make use of the amount of like kind of horizontal space you've got to work with. Taking the hit from the whatever they're supposed to be, like mermaid guys. I have no idea what they're called. We'll just call them mermaids. But like taking their hit really isn't that big of a deal. They don't do much damage. And you really want to try and keep them, as far back as possible, like he's doing here. That way you can get individual UTs on the fish, and you can save these guys for last and get individual UTs on them. And just kind of move back, and they'll move further, like, closer towards you, so your UT's in range. Yeah, what are they supposed to be?
They look like creatures from the Black Lagoon, that movie.
I've never seen like that movement animation for that long. I didn't know that's really how they moved. One nice thing about Chapter 11 in this one too is that you don't really have to go messing around swimming through that like maze area to get the medallions. You just have to go in here and get the tank and use the. You don't even have to go and get the crank; it's already there, which just kind of speeds up the chapter nicely, really. This is one of the worst fights to play for Karma, in my opinion. It's not as bad as Sigma, because in Sigma you can get out of the water and do the water running. But in Black, like, if you're doing this and they
knock you in the water? Oh, yeah.
Knock you in the water and you've got to reset and then swim through all of it again. Like, oh, it's really frustrating. This fight can be pretty tough too. You've got 2 platforms to work with, but they do a pretty good job of like spawning enemies on both sides of you. So you really do want to be careful where you position your charges, because if you get hit at this, obviously at this sort of health, it's going to mean a talisman lost and more than likely a reset, as he wants to keep the low health.
I'm just thinking how stupid they are. Do they just go right at the smoke? I mean...
Yeah. It's weird, like, how long it took people to realize how to use smoke bombs.
I remember thinking that they were useless at first.
So did I.
think everybody did.
Yeah, everybody did, yeah. Like, they showed, like... I think a few players really showed it for Karma, and then it wasn't until a bit later on. And I made a few posts about it, like, that if any enemy has, like, a shield or dodges you, like, smoke bombs get rid of that. And when you understand that, it kind of makes them almost broken in combat, because like if you drop a smoke bomb, the enemies will never ever block you and they'll never try to dodge you. So like they do have a really good use in combat, but I think it just it takes you like longer to realize what that use is if you don't kind of play the game that much. So.
Well, that was a pretty good shot. That guy almost had him. He shot him right in the face.
God, I hate it when they grab you. Like they just chomp on you for ages. Like, God, it's annoying. So you can see he's kept the lunar level 1 up until this point. For these sorts of encounters, it is really good, because the blue cat fiends are extremely weak. So
that's nice right there. Good job.
That's nice to get to your UTs. And there again, that's where the level 1 Luna comes in, because the cat fiends on pretty much any difficulty, they have a very, very low amount of health, so it's really easy to kill them by accident when you don't really want to.
Going back and, how we gave him some props on some people who's always doing, this is the person that we saw that started this or that. Platinum was the one who did the smoke bomb.
Yeah, I think he was the first one to show forward Y as well, wasn't he? Like, to charge UTs, yeah, on, like, the man-sized enemies. God, that does so much damage.
I'm telling you, everyone's like, wow, it was the coolest thing ever. I was so surprised whenever I did it the first time. Like, I'm glad I got this on video. Okay, well, he did a great job in that chapter.
Yeah, so it's a much better chapter in this game, I think. It's way more fun.
Time limit for chapter 13 is 19 minutes, and the kills are 54. Wow, I just barely made the kills. And the time. Good job. We'll see you in the next chapter, guys.
See you later.